Brad Nessler back with Joe Corley and Boom Boom Geoffrion. We got a 5-round bantamweight fight coming up next. Let's go to Larry Black, our ring announcer, for the fighter introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the red corner from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, he is 24 years old, stands 5 foot 6 inches tall, weighing in at 125.5 pounds. His American kickboxing record is 15 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw, with 6 of his wins by knockout. He is rated in the honorable mention category in the world ratings and is the former United States bantamweight champion. Welcome, please, Bill Taylor. And in the blue corner, 26 years of age, 5 foot 4 inches tall, weighing in at 123.9 pounds, from Atlanta, formerly of Laos, with a record of 8 wins, 1 loss, 4 of his wins by knockout. A big round of applause, please, for John Souhtivong. This bantamweight bout is scheduled for 5 rounds. Our scoring judges, Glenn Keeney, Jeff Smith, and Greg Souther. The kick judges are Jeff Pruitt and Steve Adams. Our PKC supervisor is Dale McCutcheon. The referee is Bill Clark.
Listen to my commands at all times, okay? If I say break, stop punching and kicking. Keep your hands up and protect yourself. Both understand that? Don't hit your opponent with anything but your gloves or your kicks. You don't lean on them or hit them with your head. Have a good, clean fight. Come out, we'll bow to me to each other and start fighting.
All right, Bill Clark, our referee, the 3rd man in the ring, and Boom Boom Geoffrion. Little John Souhtivong is 5'4" is what they have him listed at, with Taylor at 5'6". Looked like more of a height advantage than that for Taylor, though, didn't it, when they looked at each other out there?
You might be right, but I have to say that I don't count just because he's small that he's going to lose that fight. I'll tell you that. I can see right now that this kid's got a lot of guts and he's got a lot of heart, and we'll find out in a minute.
Souhtivong, the little guy to your left with the black pants. Billy the Kid Taylor in the red pants. And Taylor, excellent kicker, Joe Corley.
Very good kicker. Little John has to train with the likes of Jerry Trimble, guys that are 6-7 inches taller than he is. I've not ever seen him be able to get inside somebody with that kind of height advantage. At least Taylor's not 7 inches taller in this case.
Souhtivong at 5'4" and Taylor at 5'6", spinning back kick by Little John, and that connected. Now he goes to work inside. Taylor answers with a combination of his own.
You know, Brad, I like the way this kid protects himself. You know, when he's on the defense, he knows he put his 2 gloves in front of his face. The only way he can kick him is on the ribs or on the side. But this kid's got a lot of nerve and a lot of guts to get with this Taylor.
That he does. Souhtivong with his back to us. Billy Taylor throws an overhand right, but it's Little John Souhtivong that connects with a right hand. As a round kick to the kidneys of Billy Taylor as well.
I think I'm going to call him Little John because it's a lot easier, but I tell you, when he kicks the bag, he just blasts it in the gym. Just blasts it.
Well, he threw a pretty good right hand that got through the guard of Billy Taylor there, too. Taylor, nice left jab. Follows up with a kick. Souhtivong with an overhand right.
You know, Joe, I don't know the impact of their kick. But I saw a film the other day that some impact of the kick, like, for instance, stereo. Good Lord, when I saw that, I couldn't believe it. 862 pounds.
Tremendous, tremendous power.
There's the bell for round 2. Little John Souhtivong to your right, and Billy the Kid Taylor out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee, with the red pants. Both fighters come out with a round kicks, not a punch thrown yet.
Bill Taylor has been out of the ring now for 2 years, so he's in honorable mention now that he's come back into the ring. He was former U.S. bantamweight champion, ranked as high as #1 world contender at one point. So this is considered for him a return tune-up bout, but Little John wants to make it more than that.
Sure does. Both these fighters have put together great combinations with the kicks and then backing it up with the punches. It's not easy to do. Try it sometime at home. Coming in, Billy Taylor 15-4 with 1 draw, 6 wins by knockout. Little John 8-1 with 4 wins by KO. And now Taylor going to work inside, but Souhtivong answers with a good left hook. Good short left hand and follows it with an overhand right that connects.
He ate a left hook at the same time.
And there's another left jab that was right on the money. There's a good view from above. Taylor with his back to us.
What it is, I want to give credit to that little guy, that little John boy. He's got, boy, he doesn't care about nothing. He gets 2-3 good kicks, but he comes right back.
Covered up nicely on the ropes right in front of us, and now he retaliates, and you can see Taylor's face a little bit reddened. He's been hit pretty well. Comes out with a good left hook. Less than a half minute to go in the round. Another relatively even round between these two bantamweights. Souhtivong waiting for an opening there. Taylor finally decides to go to work. Got a nice uppercut inside and a front kick that connects too. And there's a good left hand as we come to the end of round 2. Two rounds gone, and maybe a little bit of the steam taken out of little John Souhtivong in the late stage, in the last 10 seconds or so of that second round.
Little John's steam seems to be leaving him, and some of those front kicks to the body that Bill Taylor's been throwing don't help him any at all. After that, he seemed to slow down just a tad, and that tad makes a big difference when Taylor starts loading up with the punches. Those were the things he was able to stay out of the way of or protect himself against earlier.
A front kick, a left hand, and then the right hand as the bell sounded, and all connected.
Jump spinning back kick, fortunately for Little John, was blocked with the forearm.
Bill Clark brings our fighters together to start round 3. Joe Corley, the edge, unofficially at ringside. Who do you got in front in this fight?
I've got Bill Taylor ahead by 1.5 points now myself. Little John's job is going to have to be to get inside, stifle the initial attacks of Taylor, and nail him like he was coming in the first round.
Little John with a left round kick, partially blocked by Taylor. Taylor the aggressor now here in round 3. Side kick misses, and he goes back to a left front fighting stance. Now he's got himself back against the ropes again. He got in a little bit of trouble last round when he was against the ropes, and Taylor trying to pin him in the corner, and does. And now he goes to work with a combination. Good body shots inside by Billy the Kid.
Little John's got his mouth open. That sometimes indicates that a fighter is not in as good a condition as he would like to be in when he starts breathing through his mouth.
There's a good left hand by Taylor as he went with a spinning back kick that was partially blocked by Little John Souhtivong. But Taylor is owning round 3 right now.
We say he's 2 years out of the ring, but he's the former U.S. bantamweight champion, Boom Boom. So his skills have not rusted very much, it doesn't look like.
I don't think so, Joe. I think that you can tell this guy's fought before and kicked before, and you know, after 2 years, you got to give him a chance. I mean, after all, if he's going to go back in the gym, don't be surprised if he won the world title.
That, I would guess, is his aim now, and he throws another good right hand. Little John follows with one of his own, but it didn't have as much sting on it, and now Little John had some trouble in the corners. Billy the Kid Taylor unleashes. Nice uppercut there. Souhtivong answered with one of his own, but Taylor again with a front kick in the late stages of the round has Little John in trouble. And there's the bell to end round 3. Another good, solid round for Billy the Kid Taylor. Weight fight. Billy the Kid Taylor and Little John Souhtivong. Souhtivong out of Atlanta. Taylor from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Taylor right back on the attack where he left off in round 3. Seems to have a pretty good edge, and Souhtivong is going to have to put on some kind of offense the next couple of rounds to have a chance to win this. Spinning heel kick by Taylor missed. Souhtivong got a couple of punches in as Taylor started to reset his defense.
Every time I've been in the gym, in Ace's gym, that I've run into Little John over the last 2 years, he's come up and said, Mr. Corley, can I have a fight? And it's just been very difficult for him to find fights in the bantamweight division. His fights are few and far between. It's hard for a fighter to train and stay in tip-top shape with so much distance between his fights. But he jumped right at the chance of fighting Bill Taylor.
Not a whole bunch of 124-pounders around there that want to mix it up with a kid like this. Comes off the ropes with a pretty good overhand right, but Taylor seems fresh and seems very confident right now, and that's a big key. There's a spinning back kick, caught the midsection of Souhtivong. He's got him pinned in the corner again. He comes with the same move again with the same result. Little John trying to punch his way out with a couple of uppercuts.
You know, Brad, I don't think that Little John now is his punch is very effective. They're a little weak.
Yep.
They're not as strong as the first 2 or 3 rounds.
That's definitely been the case in this last round and a half or two.
He is, as we would say in the gym, sucking wind at this point.
Yeah.
He is definitely a target with very little to fire back with, and Bill Taylor has lost all respect for his punching power or kicking power at this point.
We follow Little John Souhtivong back to his corner at the end of round 4, and he is a very, very weary fighter, as you can see. He tried to lean back into the corner pad and almost missed that and went right into the ropes. Asa Gordon talking to his fighter now. Bill Clark, the referee, comes over to have a look. Here's some of the action from that round.
The jump spinning back kick from Bill Taylor in that round was a very powerful blow, landed on the partially on the arm, fortunately. Little John, you see, his eyes are strong, but his body just doesn't have the strength there that his determination would dictate that he needs to defend himself properly right now.
Taylor, the fresher and more powerful of the two fighters with that left hook. You could see how he followed through with that and how Little John's kind of throwing, letting him land, and that's it. Billy the Kid Taylor on the left, sensing a win if nothing goes haywire for him in this 5th and final round. Raises a fist to the crowd to start round 5. And Little John Souhtivong is going to have to come up with some big-time offense here in the 5th and final round if he's going to win this fight. Taylor's been pretty much in control since round 2. And he goes right back to work with a combination. And Little John, wobbly-legged there, went back in the corner, found his footing.
See, Brad, what I like about Taylor is he finishes. He gives 2 or 3 good punch, and he backs up, and he gives 2 or 3 good kicks in a row, and he backs out again. So the kid doesn't know if he's going to receive a punch or a kick.
That's right. Taylor comes up with a round kick that misses. Little John's having trouble now even getting his kicks up. He did get a round kick in there.
I might have anticipated Taylor would have been more aggressive in this final round, but he's obviously not necessarily bent on knocking Little John out. I think perhaps 5 rounds of good solid work for Bill Taylor is what he was after, and Little John has given him that, if nothing else.
And he's really found his groove, it seems like, since round 1 when it was pretty even. Round 2, he started to pick up the pace, and he's kept it right on going through these 5 rounds in this bantamweight division. And again, he's got Little John Souhtivong on the ropes. John fights his way off. Checks his glove, knows that he's got blood trickling now from the left nostril as he got hit pretty good by Taylor. And he takes another good straight left hand, and now Taylor follows it up, puts the combination together, weaves defensively on his own. Everything's going right for Billy the Kid right now. And we start to close down this bantamweight fight. 5 rounders about set to end. There is the bell. And the 2 fighters, Billy the Kid Taylor and Little John Souhtivong, have put on a pretty good show here for the fans at the Limelight. They've enjoyed it, and they're showing their appreciation for these 2 who went all out. And one just had a little more than the other, and we anticipate the man behind our ring announcer there, Larry Black, Billy the Kid Taylor being the winner. And there's a tired Little John Souhtivong as we take a look at some of the action from the 5th and final round. And that kick caught right under the left side of the, right about About heart high, I think. That took a lot out of
That's right. Very powerful kick. The jump spinning back kicks. And I tell you what, there's no worse feeling than being so tired that you can't really do anything but watch those things come around and just hope they don't hit anything that's very vital. Very, very sick feeling is, I guess, the best word to put to it.
You know, Joe, I like the style of Taylor. And I really do like the style of Taylor because, for one thing, is this guy, you could see that he fought before because he's so aggressive. And he's going to go far. After 2 years, you got to give him a chance, like I said before, Brad.
We expect that man will be named the winner. We'll find out the decision when we return to Atlanta after this word. With Joe Corley and Bernie Boom Boom Jeffrey on, and we're about set to get the decision on our 5-round bantamweight bout. Let's find out who won it. Here's Larry Black, our ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the decision. Judge Smith scores the fight 50-45.5. Judge Keeney scores the fight 50-46. Judge Souther scores the fight 50-47.5. The winner, Bill Taylor.
So Billy the Kid Taylor returns to the ring after a couple-year layoff. Really didn't show a lot of ring rust except maybe in round 1. But after that, he found his groove against Little John Souhtivong from Atlanta. And Billy Taylor goes on to a unanimous decision. Again, the scoring 50-45.5, 50-46, and 50-47.5. And Billy the Kid Taylor wins his 16th professional bout now against just 4 losses and 1 draw. He doesn't win this one by knockout, but I'm sure he's a pretty happy fighter after the way things went throughout this fight. Again, it was a tough one early, Little John Souhtivong, but then Billy Taylor took control, and he's with Joe Corley in the ring. Let's go to the winner.
Well, Bill Taylor, 5 rounds is what you wanted. You wanted to get some work. Did he feel like he was maybe a little tougher than you had planned in the first round?
Well, you know, I took this fight on a real quick announcement for it, but didn't know it would be quite this tough. I went a good, hard 5 rounds, got a good workout. I got the feel of the ring. I'd like to thank all my students in Murfreesboro at the Bushido for supporting me for this. That helped a lot. But he was tough. He was a lot tougher than I thought. I was hitting with some left hooks that I thought he would have gone down with. I've been knocking down sparring partners with that left hook, but he didn't want to go.
Now, you've been out of the ring now for 2 years. You decided to give up law school to spend full time on your karate career.
I've been out 2 years and 6 days today. So I've been counting it. I've missed it. I've been sparring with Thomas all these 2 years, but I missed getting in the ring. I'm glad to be back. I just hope maybe my next showing I can be a little bit stronger and take the man out. But I'm going to be with karate. I'm going to continue teaching full time and get back in the ring full time. And I have now graduated from school, so I'm ready to put more time into it.
Okay, Bill Taylor, a graduate of law school, going to go after the world title for the Professional Karate Commission. Brad?
All right, Joe Corley, thank you very much. Billy the Kid Taylor with his 16th win against 4 losses and 1 draw, and an impressive win over Little John Souhtivong here at the Limelight.